We have had so much fun on 2K24, and the fun will continue all summer long. Make sure to look out for us out there on the court.
Yes, and thanks to all of you for being a part of the 2K TV community and making this season the best yet. Let's do it again. We'll see you in 2K25. 2K TV Season 11 will go live at launch, and we've already got great things in the works for you.
Oh, yeah.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys,
it always is. I mean, every one of these players, I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstar.
Timeout East All-Stars.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. The Magician out there with Jokic. And it's the Beast. And there's Embiid. And it's Garnett in at the 4 spot. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
and for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Shaq's checked in for the East. AI comes in for the Magician.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power. In attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand. The biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
The Erasers checked in for the West. Mr. Move comes in for Embiid. There's the steal. Here's Mr. Moves. He's guarded by AI. Out to the wing. Here's Jokic. The pass to the Beast. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by James.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Kobe down low. And the dunk by James.
Always nice to see Bryant find the open man. He gets so much attention on himself. That helps create opportunities for other guys.
And that one's good, Mr. Move.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Here's the Magician. Left side, Kobe. Pass break. Here comes the West. Here's the Beast. The 19-footer is on the money.
No one's going to ever claim that the All-Star Weekend is about defense, and we got a taste of that right there.
Here's AI. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Poked away. Here's the break. Here's Mr. Moves. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Mr. Moves passes to Jokic. Here's the Beast. Three-pointer. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Got a piece of it. Bryant looking it over. Will it go? West All-Stars with the rebound.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
From downtown, and that one's good. Mr. Moves.
Number 14.
Mr. Moves got 9 points.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them.
Number 29.
It's still early, but I agree with you.
Second team foul.
The West leading by 10.
Walking foul called on LeBron James. First personal foul. Third team foul.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Driving the lane and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. GA, is it me, or does it feel like we've had more parity in the league the last few seasons?
Well, Kevin, the playoffs have been pretty hard to predict lately. I will give you that. There's been only one repeat champion in the past decade. It's a competitive league. And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game. Clearly.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's the Magician. James in the post. Guarded by Garnett. From deep, Bryant. It's good from long range.
And showing the range there. Bryant is confident pulling from deep.
Here's the eraser. Pass to Mr. Moves. Jokic with it. Defended by Shaq. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The East trail by 7. Here's the Magician. To the middle. And Shaq with the slam.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Here's Mr. Moves. Pass to the Beast. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Pass to the eraser. Another shot. He takes it in. AI outside. Stripped it away. Garnett with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Beyond the arc. That one doesn't drop.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
The pass to the eraser. It's blocked by Shaq.
Hey, guys, I'll tell you what. They are getting after it on both. All about offense this year.
Yeah, it's really been a competitive contest. It's not just a show. These teams are getting after it.
Here's the Magician. Dishes it to Bryant. To the wing on the left. The Magician passes to Bryant. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bryant's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to the eraser. To end the drought. That one drops and he's now 2 for 5.
Real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's AI. Got 1:23 left in the first quarter. And another 3 from the East.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
1:11 left here in the first quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. .107 left to play here in the first. And here's Bryant for 3. The rebound by the eraser.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Mr. Moves. Oh, he misses the dunk. East All-Stars on offense. Trailing by 2. To the paint. Passes to James. Back to Bryant. The 3. Pass to the Magician. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
The second chance effort.
Garnett's length really helps him contest shots. He's effective at using that length to make things hard for the shooter.
Over to the left wing. Here's Mr. Move.
Oh, man!
What a finish.
Just a ridiculous dunk there. There aren't many guys who can pull off a throwdown like that.
2 on the clock. The Magician. Excellent D there from Garnett. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. West All-Stars lead by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. With you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got.
Number 38.
You've got Mr. Moves. He's out there with Garnett. And it's the eraser. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's the Magician. Out to AI.
You're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's being called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And he lays it straight in. 8 points for the eraser.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Mr. Moves. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Kicks it to Kobe from deep three-point territory. And another three from the east.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Mr. Moves misses.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
The pass to the Magician. Good ball movement here by the East. Offensive rebound, O'Neal. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Hey, we know Shaq can bully you, but he doesn't have to. He's got the craftiness and the finesse to get it done in other ways, too.
He's perfect from the line this time. The West leading by 4. The eraser passes to the Beast. Rebound by the East All-Stars. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Poke loose. Garnett the pass to the Beast. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Jokic. And it's sent back by Bryant.
Great defense that time by Kobe. Elite at that end of the floor, too.
Here's the triple. That miss is his 4th this game. He's shooting 3 for 7 from the field. And it's blocked.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's the Magician. Connects from three-point range. The Magician's got 8.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Mr. Moves. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Here's the break. Here's LeBron. Passes it to the Magician. Second chance shot, but drive by Bryant. Will not go. Still looking for his shooting rhythm as he misses his 7th shot of 10. Here's the eraser. It's blocked by Shaq.
Love seeing O'Neal use his body to come up with those blocks. An imposing force and a pretty consistent defender as well.
Buries the long-range jumper.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Here's the Magician. 8 points for him. Left side, O'Neal. Here's the Beast. Pass to Mr. Moves. A 3. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's AI. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. AI's got 6 in the quarter.
But the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his 2nd this quarter.
And he gets the bucket.
Are you kidding? This is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people are going to remember and talk about from this year's game for sure.
Here's the Magician. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 1, and the bucket from O'Neal.
He's as dominant as any big that's ever played the game. Shaq is a problem in all capital letters and exclamation points.
Fires the 3. Mr. Moves misses.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot. Now he's drained 2 threes in each quarter so far.
Here's Mr. Moves. Off target from three-point range. And so James will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Here's AI. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. AI has got the lead up to 4 now for the East All-Stars. And the West All-Stars have possession. Here's the eraser. He's got 8. Out left to the wing to end the run. Hits it from three-point range. The eraser's got 11.
And he found a perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
And it's Bryant missing. Bryant's gone 4 of 12 shooting from the floor. Only 33%. Here's the Magician. 8 points for him. It's good. The Magician's got 8 here in the quarter.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
The pass to the eraser. 1:30 left in the first half. Bryant with the steal. Pass to O'Neal. The 3 ball. Drops in the tray. And now a 6-point East All-Star lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And one other thing that stands out, all the block shots. I mean, staying up in their jerseys today. And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's the Beast. He has 5. Passes it to Mr. Moves. Here's LeBron. Whoa! James Strong flush off the drive.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
And that one's good, Mr. Moves.
He's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
AI kicks to Kobe. Here's the Magician. He's got 13. They get a hand on it. Back to Kobe. 5 on the clock. Shoots. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Smooth as silk. Bryant's jumper. Gorgeous.
And to the right wing. The tray. The shot by the eraser. No good. And so it's the East All-Stars with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And their 3-point shooting has paved the way for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, you will not find an empty seat here tonight. Welcome to our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal. You looking for an empty seat?
Yeah.
You're sitting in
only 3 of us.
And they're in the seats. Well, a great game so far, guys, but it appeared to be the East All-Stars who were having the most fun out there. And they're sitting on a nice advantage heading into the second half. The West may buckle down and get a little more serious as they try to cut into that lead after halftime.
Well, and coming to this game, you know it's a showcase, man. So much talent up there on both sides on there. You see greatness so far. And all of these guys have a huge competitive. Loving to face off against guys is getting. And that's not always the case every night. Real game in the regular season. Most of these guys are the best or the second best players on the field.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start.
And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
They got AI, the magician out there with Kobe. And it's LeBron James. And it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Still LeBron. No good on that one. The West trails by 8 and stolen by AI. The magician passes to Kobe. And here's AI. Back to Kobe. The slam! Kobe Bryant flying high!
Leaping up to the rim, Bryant sees the opening and does not hesitate to attack.
Here's Mr. Moves, guarded by Kobe. And the pass to the Beast. Here's the 3. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Mr. Move. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. 30 points for Mr. Moves.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
Here's the eraser. He's got 11. Lets it go from deep. And the West hit again from deep.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Kicks to Bryant. The feed to O'Neal. Good ball movement here by the East. AI outside. Krills the three-pointer. AI's got 19 points.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
Here's Mr. Moves. He has 30. Here's the Beast. He gets that one. The Beast's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Passes it to the magician. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 15.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Pass to Jokic. There's the 3. And the West hit again from deep.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
Now, here's AI. 19 points in the game. Now the pass to the magician. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Garnett. Garnett's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
AI passes to the magician. Back to AI. Sweet move. That one rolling around and rims out.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jumper.
Here's Mr. Moves. That 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
AI passes to the magician. Back to AI. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. AI's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the East All-Stars. Jacks up a 3. The West All-Stars pull it in. Here's the Beast. He's got 7. A quick shot there, and it's off target. AI outside. For the 3. And the beast pulls it down.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've got a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the East All-Stars?
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations. And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
AI can't hit. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. 7-point differential. Here's Mr. Moves, defended by Bryant. And it's in there. 32 points for Mr. Moves.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
And they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
The East All-Stars shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Free throw good, AI. The West trails by 8. Here's Mr. Moves. The eraser passes to Mr. Moves. And it's Jokic in the corner. Clutching that range, Nikola Jokic.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
The Magician passes to Bryant. Out to AI. Back to Bryant. Pocket 4. From range, Kobe drills it.
Firing back, Kobe enjoys any opportunity to tap his competitive spirit.
To the left wing. And Jokic slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Count that one. The East All-Stars lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from the eraser.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Here's Mr. Moves. Bryant defending. He was all alone on that one. Jokic just got 12 points here in the second half.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The Magician passes to AI. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Mr. Moves. Mr. Moves got his 4th rebound in this one. Knocks it loose to the left side wing. The base passes to Garnett. Here's the Beast. That will count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. East All-Stars ahead. They're up by 3. And how about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the 4th quarter going. They've got Nikola Jokic. Mr. Moves out there with the eraser. And it's the Beast, and it's Garnett in at the power forward position. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. And he drives in.
I'll tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
Mr. Moves passes to the Beast. Now, here's Jokic.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's the eraser.
3 points. Number 12.
Here's the Magician.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Number 12, Nikola Jokic.
And here's the East. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to AI. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I think he may need to take a break and recalibrate. That's his second foul in less than a minute.
Defensive foul. Kobe Bryant. Number 14. Taking two
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. So he gets them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's the Magician.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's guarded by AI. Floats it up for Jokic. Jokic has gone 6 of 9 from the field, just 3 misses, shooting a terrific 67%. Kicks it out to Bryant.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for the West. A 2-point game. Mr. Moves passes to the eraser.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Here's the Magician. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
Number 14.
Outside for Kobe. Passes it to the Magician. All by himself.
Number 12. Assisted by number 14.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Here's the eraser, guarded by Kobe. The Beast passes to Mr. Moves. Into the lane.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trigger.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Pass to the eraser. Back to Jokic. And there's the pass to Mr. Moves.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Kobe passes to the Magician. Back to Bryant. Here's the Beast.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's the Magician. Here's the dish to Bryant.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Jokic kicks to Garnett. Back to Jokic.
Nikola Jokic. Assisted.
Here's the Magician. Outside Bryant.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Mr. Moves passes to the Beast.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Right side, Kobe. Pass to the Beast.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Out to the right wing. Here's Mr. Moves. He's guarded by AI.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's the Magician. Back to LeBron. Good ball movement here by the East. Passes to the Magician. Outside Bryant.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
The Beast passes to the eraser.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
So the East All-Stars win it.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.